On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
But if you want to look at it, it's still 80% of, if you're dealing with a point or you're dealing with an issue, do you deal with the minority or the majority? You deal with minority, right? And it's a fact that a majority of the women is choosing these minority of the men.
Loser choosers.
So it will always, that's why these talking points, it leans more towards women, because 80% of them are choosing the 20% of men. But I don't play the game that I just let it go out. No, I'm saying I still acknowledge that 20% of these niggas is fucking y'all up. And a lot of time, look, I did some research and I'm seeing this data, right? Do you know that the first baby daddies is mostly Pookies and Ray Rays?
Yo, you listen. And this is one of the reasons. My point is that just because you're tired of it does not absolve us.
It exists.
It doesn't absolve us from the problems that we facing. Listen, men for a long time has given women the benefit of the doubt. And you know what has gotten them? Family court. That's what it got them. It got them in family court. You can't assume anything. If we've learned anything from the men of yesteryear, that is literally the ones that is truly responsible for what it is that we're dealing with today, because they was the simps that said and did all of the things that enabled bad behavior and fell asleep at the wheel, and they never was the responsible ones for what it took in order to make sure that their households was in order. And so now you got women raising men, and you can't have women raising men and expecting men to be men. And so now what you see today is that so many men are falling victim to the woes of what we assume and automatically give people the benefit of the doubt of society, which is one of the reasons why people don't even want to get married anymore.
But Anton, if you said, I agree, first of all, a woman can't raise a boy to be a man at all. They can't do that. You can try.
I agree.
80%.
Wait. Why do she have to do it by herself? Anyways,
because she let somebody fuck with no condom that didn't want her.
No. Rashawn, you're missing it because that is no. That is, and this is one of the reasons why. Rashawn. This is one of the reasons why you can't listen to the nation on everything, because Logic literally pointed it out in the early part of this conversation. What is it?
I don't know what they got going on.
Logic pointed it out in the early part of this conversation. He said 20% of the men got 80% of the babies. Stop telling me where's the men at when we know that there's a subset of people that's trash. It's a subset of women that's trash, and it's a subset of women that's trash. So if you got 80%, because most men, let's be honest, Rashawn, most responsible men want to be married. Most men that are making a lot of money don't have kids yet. The reality is that if you have a subset of men that are having all of the children, it's a subset of bad women and it's a subset of bad men. But if all of the women is picking all of the bad men and have kids by, you can't keep saying where are all of the men.
But see,
No. And let me add one caveat. We live in a society today where women are free to do whatever it is that they want to do. That's what feminism has afforded them. It's giving them the same voting power, right? It's giving them the same choices that they can make as far as the careers. It's giving them all the responsibilities that men have. But now they're saying that, we want the same choices and opportunities, but we don't want all of the problems that come along with it. So they'll advocate for the freedom to do what they want to do with their body and everything else. And they got all of the opportunities as more because they're a double minority. But then they say that we don't want to update the family court laws, and they advocate against that, right? And then they have a lot of kids, and they're incentivized by the government to be able to leave the man that they're supposed to have a family with, right? And then you come on here and then you say, what about all of the men? What are you talking about? Most of the men no. Most of the men that I know that are super successful, they're either married with their kids They take care of and participate in their kid's life, in which a lot of them, the woman is weaponizing the kid against the man because they bitter about the fact that the man ain't with them no more. Or they are single without kids. And if you look at the majority of the guys that's having the kids, they having them by multiple different women. So if you're going to sit here and give any kind of responsibility, you're going to have to give it to the women that are choosing the men that they're having kids with.
Wait.
Hold on. We gotta get back on topic, y'all. Gotta get back.
Look, the thing is, the reason I made the point, right, is I actually, and I don't say I agree with both of y'all because I think that shit weak, but I really do, because it's true that women is choosing 20% of these men.
The dumbest dudes on a fucking planet.
And we got it. But them 20, we can't act like them 20% of men don't exist.
Exactly. They responsible as well.
Wait, hold up. See, this is the problem though, right? Because all these spaces and all these talking points, it coming from the 80% of the men. But we can't ignore, we can't see and say, hey, the 20% don't exist. Yes, they do exist. It's just like the niggas that's running around here busting niggas' heads. We gonna know them too? No, they exist. They're black. So what my whole point I'm trying to make is, I got it. When you looking at it, we can't ignore, because women don't give me credit for it. Somebody echoing bad.
Everybody mute.
Yeah. All right.
Veronica, you on mute out?
Yeah.
All right, I got everybody. I did.
Flash back over, Veronica. Maybe that electromagnetic waves was clashing up with you. But no, it's actually both. But if you want to look at it, it's still 80% of, if you're dealing with a point or you're dealing with an issue, do you deal with the minority or the majority? You deal with minority, right? And it's a fact that a majority of the women is choosing these minority of the men.
Loser choosers.
So it will always, that's why these talking points, it leans more towards women, because 80% of them are choosing the 20% of men. But I don't play the game that I just let it go out. No, I'm saying I still acknowledge that 20% of these niggas is fucking y'all up. And a lot of time, look, I did some research and I'm seeing this data, right? Do you know that the first baby daddies is mostly Pookies and Ray Rays?